p.m., the official downtown lighting ceremony. See you at Light Up Ocala.
Ocala veterans will have the opportunity to receive free dental services at Smiles at Heathbrook on Friday, November 11th. Dr. Christopher Bonesteel and team at Oak Ridge Dental Care will be honoring veterans as part of Veterans Free Dentistry Day, a day dedicated to free dental care to veterans without dental insurance. One free extraction or cleaning will be provided per patient between 8 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. For more information, call 352-237-2262 or visit freedentistryday.org.
A young woman contemplating having an abortion is told by society that whether she has her baby or not, it is her choice. The House of One in Faith in Ocala wants to give that young woman a place to live in comfort during her trying time, to help her know that God's love is abundant and that He is not ashamed of her in any way. The House of One in Faith is free and confidential. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If you've been a regular listener of WOCA and especially the program on Thursdays with the veterans, then you have probably heard in the past, he hasn't been on a long time, you've probably heard a gentleman by the name of Jim Phillips, right? Am I saying his name right? Jim Phillips.
Yep.
Is that our guest?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me just finish what I'm saying here, then we will go to our guest. Anyway, so if you were listening to the Veteran Show in the past, you heard Jim Phillips talk. Jim Phillips had an amazing story to tell, and he and another gentleman by the name of Conrad Dutton are the two last kamikaze survivors of World War II. His story is so unbelievable. I'll tell you real quickly so we can get to our guest. He was on a ship that was sunk in the Pacific by a kamikaze pilot. Mm-hmm. And he was in the water overnight, as many of his comrades were. All of his clothing was burned off of him, and his skin was burned. So he was gravely hurt. And gravely is not the wrong choice of word. Anyway, he was hurt really, really badly. In the water, he actually could tell that some of his comrades were being eaten by sharks. Unbelievable. Wow. Had to wait in the water all night long. The sun rose. A plane went by, and they waved at the plane. The plane was not an American plane, and they were shooting at them. Well, he survived. He survived all that, and I never heard such a horrendous story in my life. But he lives here in Ocala, and he's going to be at the CF Clyde Center tomorrow at 1 p.m. With Conrad Dutton. Now, I don't think I've met Conrad, but the two gentlemen are the last two kamikaze survivors of World War II, Jim Phillips and Conrad Dutton. They'll be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at the CF Clyde Center over at the College of Central Florida, and it's free. Is it free just to veterans or free to everybody?
Free to everybody.
Free to everybody.
Free to everybody.
So go and listen to this story and just oh my gosh, this guy has an amazing story to tell.
And amazing. He made us cry when he told us that on our airways.
Let's see. Clyde Linsley is on the phone, correct? I have a book here from Clyde, and I was looking at it earlier today, and we're going to learn about the story. And gosh, it looks like he has done his research when it comes to Louisiana and the Mississippi River, and this is a story you want to read. Sheriff John Sprenkle has only lived in Concordia Parish, Louisiana, for 6 years, and now he's got a body he has to deal with. And I think the story will give you some history, too, of Louisiana. I found that as interesting as the storyline itself. Good morning to Clyde. Good morning, Clyde Lindsay.
Hi, good morning to you, Larry.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Annandale, Virginia, which is suburban D.C.
All right. Have you lived in Louisiana?
I've not lived in Louisiana. I was born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
Everybody in that area knows Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting.
So, that is interesting. So, tell me about the book. What's the story about?
Well, I had heard some time back that the Mississippi River had changed course, and the change would have taken it away from New Orleans and Baton Rouge altogether, and left the whole area in kind of a problem, because that's where they get the drinking water, among other things.
Right.
And
So
I thought I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to ask you this, because you have such an amazing history. You've been a journalist. You've worked on 2 presidential inaugurations and other political campaigns. Did all of that work together in order for you to come up with the idea for the story?
Well, it worked together in the sense that I started out in journalism, and one thing you learn in that business is how to write on demand.
Uh-huh.
And to that extent, yeah, it was important. The whole political thing is that's affected my choice of career in the first place, and pretty much everything I've done since then.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But the book is very, very well written. It really does hold my attention. I love the fact that it really is a true mystery, and we don't find out who the victim is right away.
Well, thank you. I was working on that.
So who is Sheriff John Sprinkle? Give us an idea of who he is.
He's well, he came to Louisiana from a job in I think it had him in Baltimore before as a police officer there, and he wanted to get out of that, and so he came to Louisiana, and has worked his way up basically from being a deputy until.
But it seems like it was a pretty peaceful parish until the body is discovered on the river.
Well, I can't really speak to that. I think that's true.
Okay. Now,
Surely it was for my purposes.
And does the body on the river indicate something that could be worse happening to other people who live on the banks of the river?
It could. Yeah, it was really more a personal thing from the murderer's standpoint.
Oh.
But yeah, certainly the effect of what he had planned to do would have destroyed life for a million or so people.
Oh, I see.
I like the perspectives from Sheriff John Sprinkle and Jill Winston, who does have an age difference.
Yeah. That
Jill is an interesting character.
Way around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another young woman in the book, Harriet Van Dorn.
Yeah, she's the victim actually.
Yeah. Well, her roommate. I'm sorry, Jill. That's the one you were just talking about, the roommate.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. When did the book come out?
A year ago, actually, October 2015.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and has the feedback been pretty good?
Yeah, to the extent that there has been feedback, it's been pretty good. If you write for a living and you decide to do this, and people don't know about you, then it's very hard to get any kind of traction.
Well, let me see if we could get somebody to some of our listeners to find out about you. Do you have a website, Clyde?
I don't. I'm working on developing one.
Okay. Is the book available on Amazon?
It's available on Amazon.
Okay.
It's also available from. Well, I'm trying to think.
Barnes and Noble.
Handful of books. Yeah.
Okay.
Available.
Well, Clyde, thank you for being on the air with us today. Again, for the listeners, the book is called Old River. Call me if you want the copy that was sent to us, by the way. I can give you the one I have. The rest of us have to go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, or just go to the booksellers and say, I'd like a copy of Clyde Linsley's book called Old River. Thank you, Clyde.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Florida residents with a chance to cast ballots for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump as early voting begins.
Trump asking voters at a rally in Naples over the weekend to get out the vote.
That includes helping me re-elect Republicans all over the place. I hope they help me, too.
More than 1 million Florida